Hey, you all. I know it has been a minute and I wanted to get started back with doing lessons again. I wanted to talk about I had been reading in Genesis where the flood and, all that, and where it had said, let's start off with this. A misconception has been going the rounds for many years. It's propagated in a word of songs and rhymes about the flood, two by two, or the animals. The animals, they came in by twosies. From childhood on up, you're taught that the animals entered the ark by twos, one male and one female of each. There's a grain of truth here, but one that leads to a common misconception. Yes, at least two of each kind of animal entered the ark, but more than two of some kind of animals entered the ark. So when you picture the animals prancing up the ramp, two elephants, two cows, two pigs, two zebras, two turkeys, so on, you'd be right only part of the time. God told Noah to save two of each animal and seven of each unclean. God told Noah to save two of each unclean animal and seven each clean animal. It's in Genesis chapter 7, verse 1 through 3. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of the beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. Does that come as a total surprise to you? Do you feel like you heard and read the story of the flood 100 times and missed this fact altogether? Well, I did. So, the command actually makes perfect sense. After the flood, Noah sacrificed some of the clean animals and birds as a thank offering to God. If only two had been preserved in the ark, then the animals would have been instantly extinct, not God's plan at all. And then another thing, if he hadn't took them by sevens, they wouldn't have had nothing to eat. Because, let's see. It says here, Noah's family would have likely starved to death long before the ark would have settled on dry land. And the rest of what we know in Scripture, they had to eat. And it never dawned on me till I read that. What's just as interesting is that the distinction between clean and unclean animals isn't recorded in Scripture until much later in Leviticus 11. Perhaps Noah and his culture had an early understanding of clean and unclean, or perhaps God revealed the distinction to him as the animals were gathered and brought to the ark. The beauty is in the details. So often, a close reading of Scripture reveals something about God that you didn't recognize before. God's perfect plan to preserve the humans and the birds and the animals of his creation required close attention to detail, all of which he had worked out before he ever revealed anything to Noah. And that is our lesson starting back out. I am going to do my best to at least get on here once a week and do a lesson. If you guys have any requests or want to do a certain lesson, just comment below. But that gets us started back. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you will be watching these. Bye.